I am Brian Lee Durfee, author of The Forgetting Moon, published by Simon & Schuster Saga Press. Today I am going to be reviewing Jack Carr's third book in his James Reese thriller series called Savage Son. Now, a couple months ago, I read The Terminal List and reviewed it. I loved it. One of the best debut thrillers of all time. I read True Believer earlier this week. Didn't like it as much, but it's still a good book. I just finished Savage Son, and I'm telling you, I liked it as much as The Terminal List. So altogether, all three books are great. Great, great, great. There's a quote in Savage Son right at the beginning that I really liked. And it goes like this: "There is no hunting like the hunting of man, and those who have hunted armed men long enough and like it never care for anything else." That's kind of what we're getting into. I mean, the theme of this first book, Terminal List, was revenge, where James Reese has to go out and revenge his family. The theme for The True Believer was redemption, where he's got to, he's come back from doing horrible things. How can he redeem himself? The theme for Savage Son is, to the best of my knowledge or the best of my guesses, the theme to it is the Hunger Games. Mano y mano, man hunting man, till one person stands at the end. In the wilderness, it's about men hunting men and the thrill of it and people that are thrilled by doing it. Themes range from, the excitement of the hunt, longing for home. I mean, we're talking about warriors here. James Reese, our main character, is a Navy SEAL. So he's been out on some pretty tough missions. He's been in battle. He's been in combat. He's addicted to hunting men and killing, as are all of his adversaries and all of his friends. And so some of the themes that run through this book, are the excitement for the hunt while you're out at war. Also, while you're out at war, the longing for home, sort of a contradiction in terms. And then when you're home, you're just looking to get back to the hunt. You can never be satisfied, because the beginning quote was, man, once man has hunted man, nothing else will do. I mean, the thrill is there. Will humans devolve? I mean, it's been in our DNA. Hunting and war, hunting for food, game, tribalism, whatever, war, it's been in our DNA all throughout history. Just within the last 150 years, we've sort of evolved beyond that, where it's not all about survival. And one of the questions this book asks is, are we going to devolve back into man versus man, tribe hunting tribe survival mode? I mean, that's kind of what it's about. And there are active forces in the world trying to get us to those places, trying to set us back to the Stone Age. So anyway, that's kind of a overall overarching theme of the story. Let's get into a little bit more nitty-gritty of the plot. Again, I don't do spoilers here, so I'm just going to give some basic plot points, tell you how much I like the book. I already mentioned James Reese, our main character, the Navy SEAL. He's teamed back up with his friend from True Believer, Rafe, the hunting guide, and Rafe's hunting cabin. His family owns a hunting cabin, kind of a state ranch in Montana, and they take people out on guided hunting tours. And James Reese just kind of wants to chill because he's had some tough things happen to him here. He's had some tough things happen to him in this book. He just wants to go out onto the ranch and chill with his friend Rafe and just sort of go hunting and fishing and just relax and take it easy. And, well, there's people in the world that have other plans for him, namely the Russians, who want to hunt him down, namely a Russian named Gray, who wants to hunt him down. And Gray sends out his minions to search for James Reese, because nobody knows where he's at. And they end up finding him through nefarious means in Montana. And the hunt is on. And then it becomes man versus man, rifle versus rifle, hunt, hunt, hunt. Now listen, I like this book because, You know, this book was about revenge, kind of took place in mostly America. This book got us a little bit more international. Now, this book takes place almost exclusively in the Montana wilderness, which I thought was cool. You know, let's just focus the thriller down into this one area. Yeah, we kind of get some viewpoints from Gray and the Russian bad guys and some of the stuff that they do. I mean, one of the scenes early on in this book that sold me on this book, like, oh my gosh, we're dealing with bad guys, is in Africa. You know, we're talking about the exploitation of Africa and Africans, and they're diamond mining in Africa, and some people are stealing the diamonds, and man, they bring not only do they bring them in to punish them, but they bring their entire family. And let me just tell you, do not steal anything from African diamond miners, because you will be tortured by, well, let's just say there are some ants, like bugs, ants in Africa that will eat your flesh. That's all I'm going to say about that scene. It was a great scene. I was like, oh man, that would hurt. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. So we got our evil guys that are hunting for our Navy SEAL, our hero Navy SEAL, and our Navy SEAL's in Montana just chilling on the hunting ranch, just sort of doing his thing. He's got his girlfriend there, Katie, who's in the other books. And they're just doing their own thing, and the Russians find them. I like the scene with the Russian girl that sort of is the one that tracks him down eventually and lets everybody know where he's at. Really good. Oh, hold on. Miss Kitty was, this is Pretty Miss Kitty. She's in most of my videos, but by accident, because she tips things over, and she was headed for the placard, and she was going to tip it over, so I had to stop her. She's still headed for it. If it tips over, you know who did it. Where was I? Oh, Montana. I like the fact that this book just takes place in Montana. Half the book, the first half of the book is just James Reese chilling in Montana doing his own thing with this doom sort of settling over him, where you know these people are starting to hunt him down. And for the first half of the book, you're just waiting for it. You know they're going to find him, and then finally they find him. And the Hunger Games begin. It's great. Absolutely great. That's all I'm going to say about the plot. That's it. I like when Russians are our bad guys, rather than the typical Middle Eastern terrorist and all this and that and the other. I like when we bring in the Russians. It reminds me of the Cold Wars novels that I read as a kid, you know, by Tom Clancy and Robert Ludlum and John le Carré. I love the Russian bad guy. I just do. I think these are great. These are great books. 8.5 out of 10. That's what I'm going to give this one. It's a damn good book. Like I said, Jack Carr writes some hard-hitting, bloody, action-packed thrillers. And if you want to start a good thriller series, early on, this is the one. I mean, you can start reading the Lee Child, Jack Reacher books, but there's already like 25 of them. You can start reading Tom Clancy, but I mean, there's like 50 of those. You can start reading Brad Thor and Daniel Silva, but they've already done like 20. Those are all great authors that you should be reading. But if you want to start out brand new with someone brand new, this Jack Carr guy, he is the dude to do it. Now, I am published by Simon & Schuster's Saga Press. Jack Carr is published by Simon & Schuster's Emily Bester Books. I want to promote my fellow Simon & Schuster authors. Not only that, I live in Utah. Jack Carr is from Park City, Utah. I want to help promote my fellow Utah authors. If you followed my channel, you know that I do that also. So let's give it up for Savage Son. You know, it's going to be another year before the next Jack Carr book comes out, and I'm kind of disappointed because I don't like waiting a year and a year and a year. I know fans of my books have to wait 2 years because I write books that are twice as long as this. But anyway, it is what it is. Go get Savage Son.